Well, it's great to be back at the Vice again and ready to pick. If you missed my last few videos, I did shoutouts for Starry Locks Operation Starburst 21, where I had a Mog, Joe Picks, and a Cranky Lockpicker for entries in the Starry Locks contest. If you haven't checked out those videos, I'll leave the links below, as well as to the 3 YouTube Lockpickers channels I did the shoutouts for. Please check them out and consider subscribing to their channels. They're all under 100 subscribers, but deserve many more. Today's video is a pick and gut, and it serves 3 purposes. 1, it's a new video for me and you. 2, it's going to be my Blue Belt entry for the pick and gut portion. And 3, it's another Lotto Lock, even though I missed Lotto Lock Tuesday, but we'll tag it as that anyway. The second requirement for the LPU Blue Belt would be to make a challenge lock, which I will document here the whole process I go through to make it, not giving away too many secrets to make it too easy to open. I don't suspect it's going to be that hard to pick. I'm not aiming to be unpickable, just trying to up the game a bit. I haven't decided yet which lock I will use. It could very well be this lock, as the American 1100 is such a broad area to decorate with. We'll have to wait and see. I have a name, quite a cheeky name, all lined up. I'll tell you what, if you can guess the name I'm thinking, I'll send you a sticker and maybe something else. Leave your guess in the comments below. Oh, and one more thing. As of this recording, I'm sitting around 88 to 89 subscribers, only 11 or 12 away from 100. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. Anyway, on with the pick and gut. The American 1100 is often considered a rite of passage to many pickers climbing the LPU belt chain, and is one of the most common choices for pickers to obtain their blue belt. The padlock is easily identifiable by the aluminum anodized body and are apparently spark resistant, which makes them perfect for lockout tagout use. Very similar to the Master Lock 6835 featured here earlier on his channel, and I'll leave a link below to that video as well, but it has a few more security features. Though commonly a 5-pin lock, it is repinnable with 6 pins. The 1100 features serrated key pins as well as serrated spool drivers, making it an acceptable foe for the belt climbing locksporter, who would have already worked with serrated drivers and spool drivers, but quite possibly only standard key pins and not serrated key pins and serrated spools at the same time. Besides being pretty reasonably priced and apparently super easy to get in the US, they also come in a wide range of colors to make them collectible. Most pickers don't just have one lying around. It's very common to see 5 or more in some collections, quite possibly much, much higher. Helpful Lockpicker in one of his videos mentioned he has over 50 of them. Who wouldn't if they could, right? Like the 6835 before it, it also features ball bearings locking the shackling to prevent shimming, a bypass restriction plate, which maybe you should watch my 6835 video for a tidbit that will help you when putting that lock back together again. As I mentioned in the 6835 video, Master Lock bought American Lock, and at the time, Master Lock had the 6835, a direct competitor to the American 1100, and decided to continue with the 1100 and retire the 6835. If you want to learn more about lockout tagout, watch my other videos on the Master Lock 410, the Master Lock 6835, where I did an explanation of what lockout tagout is all about, and the Brady Avis 7140, and look for more in the future. I have a Packlock PL 410 Pro I'm working on that will be a future video. Think it might be time to create a Lotto playlist on the channel. Have a Lotto I haven't played with yet on the channel? Reach out to me. I'd love to talk about it. One is serrated, 2 is standard, 3 is 4 is serrated, 3 is serrated, and 5 is serrated. Onto the Bible. 1, serrated. 2, serrated spool. 3, serrated spool. 4, serrated. And 5 is serrated. And there's our springs. Obligatory close-up shot. All right, let's put this thing back together. Let's ravel this. Out of frame. There we go. 1. And 2. 3. And 4. And 5. So while it appears that pin 4 and 5 are 0 left, actually, especially when you have the key in there, everything is all right up at the top there, and the key looks like it's cut to 0 left, but actually they do require just a fraction, tiny little fraction of a left there, like it's like 1/8 of a millimeter, like it's just so tiny. So anyway, so it's done. Okay, let's get this bottle back in place. Start at the back. Let's do 4 and 5 here. We're going to leave the last one free because we're only putting in 5 pins in this, which is standard for this model. Oops, wrong one. Not that it really matters, but do 5 first. Five is in. 6 is in. Alright, let's do the front now. 1, 2, and 3. Spring 3. Spring 2. Spring 1. Okay. Spool back in 3. Spool in 2. And it's serrated in 1. Yep, so there's that. And I'm going to put my shim back in. There we go. I'll make sure I got the front of the bottle. So the front of the bottle here, it's got the little lip. That's where this will go. And that's back in. Just give it a twist here to make sure. Yep, all good. Being very careful to remove the key. Circle it back on. Okay, there's that. All back in place. Safe and sound. Put this back in. So, have to change that part of the bottom here. I think it goes like that, yes. So it goes sideways, so this can go in and drop right down and in. Now, if I recall, it should go to the side. And put the plate back on. Yes, that's the correct orientation. So if you saw my 6835 video, I somehow managed to put the plate on wrong, or the Bible itself was facing the other way, and then I couldn't get a key back in. So I don't know how I managed to do that, but I did, and it was all locked up, and I had to grind off that pin to be able to free up the lock. Okay. And there we go. All locked together. That's my Blue Belt submission.